It's so funny. I can hear my computer spooling up to go.
That's how I feel. I wake up in the morning.
Hey man, that thing is like a decade old, but I upgraded the components so it's still relevant. Hello everybody. We're
Hello,
talking about
everybody.
computer stuff. I'm sitting here talking with the computer and tech and toy hoarder. He's like a dragon,
True.
so I don't know what I'm telling him about.
So,
Anyway, God damn it, Zach.
God damn it. Good to see you, Mr. Skeeter Green.
How are you today?
I've had a busy day, Skeeter Green. I got up
You
this morning
you
and
have. You told me a little bit about
yeah.
this
Well, I
day
got up this
and
morning. The first thing I did was I crushed Eric Tankard VR racquetball and I ruined him. I kicked his ass. We played VR racquetball this morning. We both got tired.
oh
No,
yeah, that would be I really enjoyed racquetball back in the day when I used
so
to
did I.
play. We used
Yeah.
to also play volleyball. Do you know what
Yeah.
that is?
I think I do.
Dude, I love that volleyball in a racquetball court.
Yeah, we did that. Yep.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. We
No,
were brutal.
No, the VR one's great because when you play, like you do the same. You one ball's yours, one ball's yours, but changes color, and you can grab the racket like it magnetically pull the ball towards you and then hit it. But it's a 360 court, and so it's really a lot of fun. But anyway, we played this morning.
So
We
so
do
wait a
that.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me gather this and let me sum this up for everyone at home who doesn't know about virtual reality. Basically, you and Eric were playing with your balls in surround sound.
Yeah, pretty much.
All
Boom.
right, excellent.
Anyway, so I did that this morning, and then we shot some orcs in a game called Elven Archery or some Elven Assassin. And then I'm like, I'm ready to start my day. I'm ready to go. Boom. What happens? Talk to Pex. Pex has reminded me that I have to indeed do an interview today. Well, not me. We just have an interview today for Satine Phoenix has a new Kickstarter coming this week, I think, for Sirens, like City of the Bards. It looks really cool. I'm really jazzed about it. I actually think it's one of the. I don't get super excited about a lot of Kickstarters anymore. I mean, the people I know what they make. I know they like it. Like I've done Barsha that just came out today. I really like that one. But
Ah, fuck
Satine is
that
really
guy.
well. It's his
No,
hair.
just kidding.
It's his hair. No, that's
Love
how
you,
I feel.
Ben.
Yeah, somewhat. No, give her that hair. We'll love you more.
Hey, I'm gonna see him in a month and a half, and
Yeah, we'll talk about that in 1 second.
I am in a
No,
rapid decline, so I got to be nice.
no, no. And Matt interviewed Satine today for a little bit for a Frog God newsletter to talk about that. And, he busted out the Uncle Matt hat and did that. And we're gonna put it in the Frog God newsletter. But it was really neat. She looked really like super happy and super excited, and her product looks really cool. And it was her and Jameson were on there, and first time I met him and did that, and then like we did just a bunch of other like work stuff. But now I'm doing the most important part of my day, which is making fun of you, Skater.
Yes.
So you
I'm
mentioned you might see Barsh soon. When is that? When might that be?
uh hold on, I'm trying to chat with our chat people.
Ooh, we have chat people. Do I know them?
Well, yeah, there's this little troll named Jason Braun. We know
Oh,
him.
he's a hero because Mike Badalow tried to trash him, and Jason Brown's an honorable man.
I ooh, I
It's
love
true.
Jason, but honorable man,
Oh, hell yes.
you're going to need to bring some
He has
evidence to that
character and
party.
honor.
Oh my god. Are we talking about the same person?
This is the artist dude, right?
Yeah, yeah. And do I
Yeah.
have dementia? Do I not
No,
remember
you should see him
Jason?
now. You should see him now. He's got honor, character, class. He's got it all, dude.
Well, I can't hang out with that.
I know that the rough part, we kind of have to kick him out of the friend circle for this, but he does have those things. I saw it on Facebook.
Well, I know he is like top shelf artist, but I
Yeah.
think that brings with it a level of the fuck did you just say? I mean, doesn't it?
Hey, look, Michael Ballato is a bad person. And Michael Ballato tried to call out Jason Braun, and Jason Braun came back with class. It was a class act, man. Class act. That's what Jason Braun
All right, well, I'll stand up for my buddy Jason Braun. Fuck Bottolato.
is.
That that drunk bitch. He's been on a rash of I we're in a weird place cuz he's been complimentary to me cuz I've been complimentary of North Texas and I feel like it's a trap.
Yeah, I would go with trap,
I,
dude.
I feel like there's a cattle prod and some KY jelly in one of our futures.
It's a trap, dude. It's a trap. I know it. Okay, I'm not sure Cal. Probably I was thinking more like a lot of Cal trips at once.
Yeah.
Possibly a blowgun.
So so you weren't with us when we got Mike the pornographic presents. Were you with
No, I
us?
didn't buy them with you. I was there when you delivered them, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gilf,
So
Gilf stuff.
yeah, so Mike gave me the DVD from
Oh
that
boy.
in my luggage, and I did not know it until I got back home. Um,
Toxic. That's what you are.
but hey, it's appreciated. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
You know,
Oh
you might
boy.
offend Jason Braun with this, dude. I worry because he's a classy guy.
Yeah, I like
I'm sorry. I tried real hard.
no, it's going to be good. I am very excited to see everybody in person in Texas, and we I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So, because not a lot of people are coming, that is the only reason that I can imagine that I am going to be a special guest this year.
Yay!
So,
I'm on
uh,
stat.
yeah, I know. So is my wife. So, I
This is
mean,
my wife.
I'm surprised my kids aren't special guests.
Not yet.
But yeah, they might be. With being a special guest, you get a special guest table to hawk your wares, prostitute yourself for the masses, all kinds of that good stuff.
So Tuesday.
Uh, my special guest table is going to be the small publishers table.
No, nice.
So we are going to have um, we're going to have product from SGP, the Silver Boulets, Mud Puppy Games,
Know them all.
Planet X, the
That's
Mighty
not a small
Levi
publisher, dude.
Combs.
That's not a small publisher anymore, dude.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
know.
reach that.
So small publisher is starting to grow because Jim and Levi are leaving my cranky ass in the dust. They're just killing it.
With pamphlets.
Yeah, and we are going to have some salutations from a Mr. Dave Beatty,
Ooh.
and
Yeah, there's a first. There's a first time. Let's make a book that's this thick.
yeah, yeah. My first book out the gate is going to be, bigger than Rappahathick by 50%. I think John Larson is going to give us some stuff. Kevin
Good,
Walker
good
got in
lord,
on it.
man.
So yeah, we're gonna have some. We're gonna have some people. I
Represent.
imagine we're gonna have a schedule of when people are at
Are
the
they all going
table.
to be there, or are they all going to send stuff?
Some people are sending stuff. Jim is not gonna be there, so he's just sending stuff, and
No, that's
we're
too bad.
we're gonna try and sell everything for him. But Keelan Halverson, Wonky, he's gonna be there along
Who?
with his lovely wife Sam.
Who?
Yeah, don't do that to me. Um, we're gonna have, and the even better part of this whole thing is my table is right next to Monday Liz Stewart and the magical Michael Stewart. I'm so happy I get to be right next to him. We're gonna have so much fun causing trouble for
No,
people.
that's actually a good play. I'm just going to hang out there. Hey, you know who's going this year that has never been before? I think I know you've met him.
Who?
You know, Kafir, the Cave Geek guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to North Texas as a vendor.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
No, his
His
stuff is great.
his stuff is so amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, the first time I saw that, when I saw his stuff on the wall, I was just like, "Holy shit,
Well, I
that
knew I
is
was priced out as
amazing!"
soon as I saw it. Bill's the one who pointed out to me because Bill was looking for something extra to do in the Lost Lands, but we couldn't afford it. It was
Yeah,
like, but the thing is, he makes great prints. I have two of them on my wall in my living room. My wife is a big fan of his stuff, and she my
so
wife's not the same wife she was 5 years ago. Put it that way.
here's here's an example of how cool Kafir is.
Oh,
For Crypt of the Science Wizard, the DCC MCC version, I was talking to him about trying to get a map made on skin so it could be a special high level pledge. And it didn't work out, and thank God, because the Kickstarter didn't do enough money and I would have just been over a barrel. Anyway, oh hey, my son is watching the show. Hi buddy,
Nice.
don't be ashamed when I say fuck too much. Um
I don't think he will be.
he might be.
No.
He's much more pleasant than I am. He's a good kid.
Well, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
It's super weird. Um but Kafir made this little art piece for the entrance to the crypt. And then I put it on some parchment paper and kind of bled it down so it looks like a parchment piece of map. It's amazing.
Yeah,
It
no.
was it was great. Love
No,
that dude.
he's a super cool guy too. And I promised him I'd bring the VR thing so he could play Alien Isolation because he's a real big fan of Alien.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should take him to Hard 8
Oh yeah.
because maybe he can just get some skins from those people.
Probably,
I mean,
probably.
that is just
I
crazy.
never really asked where he got his skins before. You never knew.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, there are a lot of bitchin' people in the chat right now.
Nice, man.
We've got Catherine Kirk, we've got Alla Banana,
I know her.
we've got Levi,
Oh yeah, that's the guy who's more famous than you.
we got yeah, I know. Well, and all the longevity. That dude, his idea well is deep enough to put a person in.
If he wants to work for free, he's hired. That's how I got started.
Uh, oh, wow, Catherine, thank you. You're actually in my game, so that's not going to cost you. Can confirm my son is more pleasant than me. That that's just that's not even a
Dude,
shot across
I've
the
yet to
bow.
have
That's
I've
one
yet
in
to
the
have the
broadside.
I've yet to have the pleasure of your son's acquaintance, but I can already attest to that.
Oh, you and your lovely wife, my sister, are going to love him.
No, I bet. Be
And
awesome.
my daughter, although she might rattle out some chicken bones and cast a hex on someone.
Well, the gentle lover.
Yeah. Actually the weird thing is they look similar.
That-
Like like they would be in nuns outfits with like really serrated knives just slaughtering people.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. No, hey, so I'll tell you a quick, Jen. We had Frog God Game Days a couple weeks ago. That's why we didn't have one last week because we had our seminar on Saturday. And mid-afternoon, well, I won't say somebody in the house was sleeping, but the other person was busy running Frog God Game Day, and she got put into a game that had extra slot that needed to make it, and Ken Spencer's game. And
Cool.
I woke up and I heard her just D&D'ing it up, man.
That's
I
great.
don't recognize what's going on, man. But if she's in the game, I'm playing on the Discord or Zoom, rolling dice, and she kept on rolling a one with her bow and kept on breaking the bowstring. I'm like, welcome to D&D, baby. Welcome to
So
D&D.
so now is the time to introduce and maneuver her to start reading the Grimtooth's library so she can set traps for Zach, right? I think that's what I'm hearing.
No, no, because
Ah.
she would do it. No, don't do that, Skeeter.
No,
Please.
I've got my son set up for some games. He's going to play in Gary Oliver's Aliens game
That's
because
a
he
good
loves
choice.
miniatures.
No, that's a good
Um,
choice.
I have him planted in Ian McGarty's jungle game that he's playtesting some material for my Crypt of the Science Wizard setting. Ian has come up with these ideas for the jungle that I'm just letting him run with, do everything. They're great ideas. So my son's in there, and we're playtesting this new guy. I think it's in the demo games area, and Alex Kramer. Have you heard of that guy? He's a bright faced kid. I think there's good things on his horizon.
Is that dude that wears an orange shirt all the time when I was in Madison?
Um, no, it's the guy two fisting the tacos that looks almost mildly pornographic.
Are those vegan tacos that?
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
so
Man, I give him.
talk as much shit as you want. Because of Alex, I have started doing much more plant-based stuff, and there is a plant-based meat that I make street tacos with for the whole
Oh,
family, and they are delicious.
I want to try to pretend like I can just be pish posh, but I can't because I hear it's pretty good.
No, they're fantastic. They're not back alley cat cult tacos good, but you know what else is? That was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Those are one of a kind. Of Arizona special.
When
But
when it's when it's like 1 o'clock in the morning and you drive to the bad part of town to get some tacos and you are greeted by a horde of kittens.
the,
I mean,
the
what?
next day there were no kittens.
There were zero kittens to be had. I am thinking they were direct from Ulthar and guiding us to that feast. And then
Hey,
once we knew where it was, we didn't need them. They're like
is
tiny
cricket?
superheroes.
Did you hear from Jim Miller at all? Is cricket happening this year or in the fall or something?
I have not heard anything. They have some real life large things going on, so I don't
Well, I
know
know they're
if they're
getting moving
doing
to
it.
house and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is I think he was talking about having it again soon, but making it more of an RPG focused con. I have a
Man,
good time. So,
if
but
if they do it in the fall when my pasty white Anglo body will not burst into flames just walking through Arizona, I am totally down. I as much as we talk about cons, North Texas RPG Con, Total Con, Game Hole,
Gary,
um, what
remember him?
what?
Yeah, Gary Kahn, remember them?
Uh, Gary who? No, I'm kidding. I just like everybody's gonna like implode. Gary Con, all of these really homey
Yeah,
conventions where you really feel welcome. Crit Hit was right there in the
yeah.
mix with them. I really enjoyed that. The first year I went was a little weird because I had not like gamed in people's hotel rooms, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna get murdered here.
It was my room.
Doesn't mean I'm not gonna get murdered. Um,
No, no, there was a great con, and I
yeah,
think that I think he's trying to pare it back just a little bit, so it's a little more RPG focused and a little more like even more like I would say. I think North Texas is kind of what he's never been there, but he wants to model it on that because all he hears is me yakking about how great it is. So all
oh,
right, so
I
you gave your list what you're doing, what your son's doing at the con. What else is happening? I mean, I know I'm going. I will be there Wednesday through Monday. Um, and the only thing I'm in right now is an off-grid game with somebody I can't say anymore about, but his last name might be Guppy. But um, I know
see.
that
I don't even get invited to off grid games anymore.
I only get invited because I beg myself. No, he just mentioned it on. He was mentioning it online, dude. No, no. Anyway, no, I don't even know what time it is or when it is. But I told him,
There better be a Call of Cthulhu round, and I better have a seat for that.
no, I don't know.
I can be vengeful. I can be a petty and
No, but no, but the only
pathetic
that's the only thing I
god.
signed. That's the only thing I'm signed up for. We don't have a booth at Frog Ride this year because honestly, we aren't bringing everybody. Bill's not going to go because he's got two his mother and
Because of
father-in-law
the COVID issues.
because of COVID
I
stuff.
know he was on the fence about it.
Well, he's on the fence about it. I think the fact that he has two people that are really at risk at
Right.
home, and they live like in a compound. Like the way they do it now, there are it's them and then the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And that they've kept everybody there totally healthy.
Yeah.
And so they want to keep it that way. That makes sense. I know that Krista was real want to make sure that he was aware of that, and they had a family meeting or whatever, and they decided he's not going to be able to make it. But since that's the case, Matt's a special guest, and so he'll be there, and I know I will be there, and I think Edwin Nagy's going to be there. He's going to show up because that's what engineers do.
Hey man, if you need some table space, I could give you a couple of square feet.
Good, you okay? Maybe I'll bring a few things.
Oh my god, that's
I
freaking
should.
hilarious.
I should just for that reason. I'll bring a couple box sets. You can sell them.
Oh, dude, yeah. If you because the box sets are so small, if you would allow me to sell the box sets and then I of course give you the money for it,
No,
I'm not going to pull the bottlotto and just sell your stuff and keep the money, like you
yeah,
did
no.
with
See,
me with the Goddammit Zach T-shirts.
You do know that
That
he's a
motherfucker.
part owner of Frog God. We still don't trust him to do that. So I might consider using trusting you, man. No, I seriously, we know people there might want them. There aren't that many who probably want on the Kickstarter, but that's something I'll think about. I'll think about that.
I uh I think I would like to purchase a regular copy because I got one of the collector copy ones.
Yeah, you'll be happy. The survey for that, Pex and I are working on that this week. So the survey should go out to everybody to get the verification stuff next week. We expect the delivery any day. We expect notification. It's right now being checked by customs. It's in Seattle. It just hasn't got to Bill for some reason. Box sets look more suspicious, like you can put drugs in them than books. I
The
suppose.
density,
Yeah.
probably.
All I know is that they're getting checked, but once they're there, they'll be going out, and Bill's gonna have a busy month because
Uh,
we sold a lot of box sets, and we're gonna
as
sell a lot more because they're really good.
in addition to that, there's a slight bit of an organizational change to the midnight auction this year. This year, you buy your seats
Oh,
and
I wonder why they did that.
you
Oh,
have
I know
to
why. It's because assholes have put the wrong sign up for the number who was bidding.
that is not at all why. They're they
Oh,
realize after the token $1 entry that they could actually make some money for the convention and keep it running so Doug doesn't have to go out of pocket every year.
well, and the other part of it is that, plus the fact that with the COVID, they're trying to make sure that they do they're opening the ballroom and not in the auction room.
Right.
And it's going to be separated by social distance still. So you can have more people in there. So you can have everybody who wants to go, but you get a guaranteed seat you can see for
Yeah.
$5. So if you haven't bought a seat, I tried to buy one, but I already had one. They put me in the front row. I mean, the front
Yeah.
with.
No, and the funny thing was because we were trying to buy an entire row and we couldn't necessarily do that. So I took your name because I was going to buy a ticket for you and just take it so we could have somebody else
Yeah,
sit there.
yeah.
But it wouldn't work.
Wouldn't work because my name was already. I already had a
Yeah.
ticket.
But we ended up getting all of a certain row. So it's me, Ian, Rocky, Kendra, Jake, and I think the Chuliks. So, yes, you're not supposed to tell anybody. We wanted to be far enough
Why not?
behind.
But everybody can find out by going to buy tickets.
We wanted to be enough rows back that the serious people who sit in front of us, we can fuck with them and they can't
Oh
see
yeah,
us.
duh. I want to be that far back too, but I'm on the stage.
Yeah.
No, that's going to be great
Hey,
though.
I
And it is
might
a
be on the
change.
stage too.
Yeah, you don't
You can
never
never
know.
tell what's going to happen.
Well, Rob will probably. I mean,
Oh
I want to
God,
pretend like that won't happen, but it will.
I don't want to see that tequila worm again as long as I live.
I had to see it last year because they
Yeah,
were
no,
broadcasting it, and I was right. It was terrible.
that
Help me, please. I'm
that
damaged.
that is awful. Um, yeah.
When they
So
say this is there's a high propensity for toplessness and nudity, that's not what everybody wants to see. No one goes, all right.
yeah, no. I mean, we may need to ask Levi where he got those barf bags for occurrence at Howling Crater, and just get some NTX barf bags. If Rob is
You know
gonna,
what? I'm going to bring mine from a Colonel County
if
Trader so
if
I have
if
it.
if Rob is gonna bring the tequila worm again, then we're gonna need some vomit control.
Anyway, so no. But anyway, so Frog Guy's not going officially, but most of us will be. I'm pretty sure that you may see an appearance from the always busy, always abused, and yet still smiling Mr. Pex. I
Is he
believe
gonna be there?
he doesn't live that far away, so if he feels safe, he's going to be there.
Awesome,
But
awesome.
I don't. That depends on how he feels about the COVID stuff because he didn't go last year, even though he was close because of it.
So
Um,
I'm gonna have both my shots.
I will too.
My
So
daughter
then,
should have both her shots. Jen has had her single shot for being a teacher. My son is 15, so he can't get one. Um, but we're gonna take precautions and we're
yeah,
gonna
so are we.
be cool about everything. Lots of hand sanitizer,
Yep.
which is just good because And please, somebody get offended. I mean, it's Texas. If I
Well,
make it from the airport to the hotel without being shot
did
at,
you see the other day that Eric showed that thing from Gen Con 2002, the LARPing hygiene game?
oh my God. And and my
So,
comment that I just made was not intended to offend anyone. I know there was just a large scale shooting in Texas, so I was not poking fun. But
I didn't even hear you.
Texas has a reputation. Yeah.
Well, duh. I didn't
Let's
hear. I wouldn't even hear you to be offended on their behalf. Ski Green. I
oh
like being offended on people's behalf.
yeah, it's all right. Uh, I didn't bring up their school system.
Why not? They just roll the textbook empire, dude.
Yeah, they do. Um,
Anyway, to bring it back around to other things,
yeah.
I know that Jen's working the auction. Jen's working at some of the booth stuff with Doug, and Jen's new job. And I'm going to tell you this now. She has been doing Mike's job that he just won't do, which is interpreting Doug for other people.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Because she loves Doug Reyes. She just thinks he's the greatest, and
Oh
totally
my
just thinks
God.
he is. But he's the worst communicator in email I've seen since Bill Webb.
You know what would be awesome is to have the transcripts of a communication between Doug and Bill.
Oh, Mike says
Be
they're absolutely unreadable.
it would be like studying a foreign language that makes no sense because toddlers from another planet are just throwing words at a wall.
It would be like literally if somebody found that disc from the probe we sent to space that had how do you decode this?
Right.
Here are
Yeah.
people. Then you need that before you read their emails. You really do because literally you don't leave an email conversation with either one of them without going.
Right. It's like the Rosetta turd.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like, what? Oh,
No,
what?
bless my wife's heart, because nobody can like attack a problem more faster with more efficiency than she can. And she's been there right away trying to make sure people understand what Doug meant when they ask her a question.
So should I tell your wife to change my name in tabletop events so it says that I will be vaccinated on my card, just so people can know? Because I
Uh,
don't want to send that to Doug.
oh, well, you could talk to her. I don't know. I'll be vaccinated. Here's the weird thing is it's moving so quickly to different that the hotel says that masks are still required, and that's good. So
Right.
everybody should prepare for that. But I don't think we're going to need to tell everybody we're vaccinated. I think everybody there is going to be pretty damn close.
Yeah, they should be close. No, I think it's more for the psychos that are out there saying, "I don't want Bill Gates to give me 5G connectivity."
Yeah, I don't. I know you make fun of Texas, but I don't. That's not a con that strikes me that has a lot of that.
Then you travel in much different circles than I do at that con because there are 100% some yahoos there that I know are deep state confused conspiracy people.
Besides the guys who run it.
Well, besides Casey.
Oh, Gustafson? Of course.
No.
Proud dude, Case Chop.
Yeah, no, there's oh, here, look, my son, he can type the word bullshit, but he can't say it.
That's because
And
he's in
okay,
person.
I'm gonna talk about my kid for a minute. We took both of my kids to our extended family's house for dinner, and we played Cards Against Humanity. And this is the first time they played, and my son is 15. Good kid, good to the core. He got a card where it said bullshit, and we sat there for 5 minutes and held up the game until he would actually say the word. And then he did it. He turned a little bit red, and then like he was done,
He
and
sounds
has
like the
not
kind.
said it since. And I keep
He sounds like
pounding
I
on
think
him
I
all
don't
the
like him
time.
better than like you.
I know. No, he's never going to be like me.
No, I say I like him better than like you.
Oh yeah, no, everybody does. Jen does for sure. I'm gonna be out on the street here real soon.
No, so I'm looking forward to seeing what games are actually up. I've kind of there are a couple ones I wanted to play in, but even though if this was going to be, though I don't know how small this con is going to wind up being because I think they're getting already more people than they expected.
Oh, it's going to be over 300 people, I'm sure.
Yeah, they originally thought like 150 because they had 80
Oh
last time.
no, people are ready to be there. Hey, if in your copious free time, uh, come by the special guest table and say hi. Maybe I can talk to you for more than 5 minutes.
That a con?
Yeah,
That maybe this
we
time.
we should consider doing a live broadcast of this very show there.
We should. Are we doing this? We doing a small publisher seminar?
I I don't know. Let me
We could
look
just do
that
it from
up.
your booth,
Yeah, well, let me look it up.
impromptu.
Yeah, we kind of should do it since this is where the small publisher seminar started.
The fact that you're looking it up tells me that we probably aren't.
I I have like 8 events I'm doing there, so I don't know. Really? I got the show prepped today in 22 minutes. Do you think I have any level of being prepared for anything?
I just showed up and busted in your first seminar. I just started talking.
Yeah. No, we are not scheduled to do it, but I think we should do it,
I agree.
and we should have some of the people who have
We're there as
benefited.
small publishers answer questions. We could interview them, put them up one at a time.
Yeah, I mean, we could have Keelan talk about how
Yeah,
he actually listened to me, which was probably a mistake, but now he's
she's
doing
stuck
all his
now.
stuff.
Way to go, Keelan. You fell for his trap.
Uh, yeah, Levi was in there,
Mm-hmm.
I
What?
think.
I think so.
I know Kevin Watson was there, so yeah, we could have some people. Oh my God, your wife said Doug said he can place it on your badge. Wow.
But tell me, dude, she interprets for him all the time now. And the fact that she's in there now and I don't even know it makes me nervous because I told a joke about her.
Yeah, she's doing that. So
She's probably on a plane too. See,
do
this is the
you
part. This is the part that's great. She's done customer service now with Frog God, so she herds the other nerds. They think when she goes to work that she just doesn't spy on them, but she spies on everybody all the time, dude.
Hey, if she's in a plane and she's on her phone, isn't that going to crash the plane?
She's not flying it. I don't think.
Well, no, you're not supposed to have your cell phone on. And
When was the last time you were on an airplane?
dude, I'm joking. I
Okay,
build airplanes.
that doesn't make me feel any better. That's not helping.
Yeah, see, Levi was there. Yeah, no, I think we should do that. Do you want me to put that together?
Do you want me to do it?
If you look at my schedule and don't book me when I'm booked to do something else,
You know who I recommend is Jen. Don't look what you type
Jesus
in. Just say
Christ,
yes.
dude. You think I'm gonna give her a blanket yes?
Oh, that's probably. Skeeter, you're getting wiser. What's up?
I have failed a lot. I have failed a lot of checks over the years. I'm starting to learn something through osmosis, I
I need a
think.
DC-17 life choices check. Skeeter Reed.
Um, hey, if we did it, if we do it on Saturday, we could do it at 11.
I'm fine with that. We can talk about this off the air. How's that?
Yeah, well, I just got to think about it because I'm a busy man. I want to do it when people are there.
Let's
So,
just do it at the booth a few times, like just like random interviews.
all right. Oh my God, we can interview Liz and Mike.
But that'd be a change now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
But I don't feel cool enough to interview them.
We're not
Okay, good.
by any definition of the term.
I was writing Whisper and Venom, listening to their show, like thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I could ever be on their show? And you know what? I still don't feel I'm cool enough. I've been on it once or twice, and it was awesome. But I'll tell you what, I still don't feel cool enough. So nothing has changed. They've been cooler than me since the beginning of the arc, remain cooler than me, and when I die, they'll still be cooler than me.
Well, the great thing is I have never been on their podcast. So I know very well where I stand. um,
I didn't know that.
oh yeah, no. Uh, actually, Mike had he answered a social question about D&D better than anyone I have
Absolutely.
ever heard. And for the people who are listening who don't know what I'm talking about, there was a whole "are orcs racist" thing that was going on for a while. I'm not going to take sides on that, but the pervasive question was, what is the deal? Why are you assuming, these an entire race of creatures is either good or evil? They have self determination and all that stuff. And it's like that's fantastic in the real world, but Mike nailed it when he said we're talking about a fantasy game that has actual embodiments of good and evil. These creatures were created by an evil being to be evil. It's a game, it's fantasy, but this game has those actual embodiments of, concepts. And I was like, holy shit, dude. I mean, this is going to be super rude, but you just walked in and put your dick on the table. That was an excellent answer.
And the one person on the planet who's too classy to even have thought of that as a way to describe it is the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, no, he would never say that. That's why I have to say it now.
Your job is to say stuff the other people just won't say, Skeeter Green.
I am the sound of
You
the
are a heroic truth
soundless.
teller. You're a heroic truth teller, which most people refer to as asshole, but you're a heroic truth teller. That's what you are.
I am the butt trumpet of truth.
Yikes.
That
Yikes
yeah,
indeed.
that may have been going too far.
Possibly, but that's okay. It's okay. That's why I'm looking forward to meeting your son so much.
Hey man, we don't know the boundaries until we bump up against them or
Yeah, but
leap
you should
right
know them
over
all
them.
now. See, by now I expect you to know them all. Anyway, so no, I'm looking forward to North
Yes.
Texas a lot. Are you planning on going if
Yes,
it's
in the
all
chat, my son is offended.
as you should be?
He
I'm
should.
I'm offended with you, young man. I cannot wait to meet you because you're the kind of person I think America needs as opposed to those old people.
Yeah.
So anyway, Skeeter Green. So after North Texas, are you considering going to other cons? We mentioned Creative briefly. Are you going to consider going to Game Hall still?
We are definitely going to Game Hall, all of us. I think after the shenanigans of North Texas, the kids need to see
A real cons run?
how a convention is run like a Swiss watch. So,
A Swiss watch with a halberd inside.
yeah. And I have a small publisher table at Game Hall as well.
I have been a booth at Game Hall. No,
We
I'm
met
looking
the
forward to. I think
people.
now I know this is the hardest part of this. Trusting my fellow citizens to actually behave themselves and suck it up for the next 6 to 10 weeks. I think we can start seeing a more normalized cycle as long as we all are well behaved at cons. And so I think that it's going to be nice to. It won't be normal. Nothing's going to be the same again. I don't think, but I do think with a recognizing that by being safe, we are protecting the guys that we go there to pay to see. Right? Like I want to see Tim Cass again at a con. I can't do that until he feels safe. Until he feels safe, we have to all kind of pony up and prove that we deserve it. And I don't not trying to not mass shaming anybody. And I live in a town where half people don't wear anymore because no one's gotten sick. All right.
Yeah,
However,
I want to fly to Cincinnati and drive to a convention with Tim and Jim Wampler.
and I think that will be possible. But that's we have to remember though, the cons are going to be different. I think, and
Yeah.
that's not admonishing anybody, most half of myself. Um, but
Well, it might be
honestly,
good. I mean,
I think we
like
might
even
have fewer gamer issues with Concord because we're all familiar with how diseases spread now.
right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the stigma of the gamers throughout history has always been, look, dude, take a bath, use some deodorant, something, and not even going to that degree, but having, at North Texas, it's 300 people in the lobby of a hotel. At Gamehole, it could be 3,000. I mean, they have a ton of people, and it's the Alliant Energy Center, so you're a little bit spread out, but that's still a lot of people.
I believe in the man who runs it though. I believe that con's going to be the safest con I've ever
Well,
been.
I'm gonna disagree with you there, Zacton Glazerfield, and only because it's not just Alex. Alex
No,
is the figurehead, but the team that they have
no,
put together there,
dude, they're like the Green Berets of con running, dude.
and they're handing it off to other people who are sometimes younger and more energetic about it. So I think their management style is going to continue, which is an amazing, the forethought of that is outstanding.
No, it is outstanding. I'm excited about that. And then my year will wind up at the first step of my two-step movement will be TotalCon, which I got to go see the Queen of Gaming herself back in Boston. And I'm planning. I'm not sure if Frog Guy's going to all these as Frog Guy, but I know I'll be in Boston, and I plan on hell or high water. I will be in Lake Geneva for finally after 3 years because
Well,
God damn it, I want to see Luke Gygax in person and thank him for putting two virtual cons on when no one had done it yet.
yeah. No, that's TotalCon is a definite, and I think that might be the last whole family con for a while because now that I'm spending money for double the amount of people, it's getting pricey.
Yeah, I was talking about that. People with kids and families. Kids and families. That's what I said.
Yeah, well,
Well,
it's insane.
we got anything else here, Rinks? I'm all out of stuff. We didn't prep much.
No, I mean,
Any audience have a thing they want us to just want us to go away, or they will have a question?
yeah, if anybody's got a question, I do want to say that next week our guest is Alyssa Fadden, and
Oh, that's Tom Tulsa's sworn enemy.
the reason I asked Alyssa to come on is my son is interested in digital art, and
Ooh,
I thought it might be a great small publisher
it
kind of
would be.
tie-in to get some expert advice from Alyssa.
Alyssa's the bomb. So I have nothing else I can say, but she's the bomb.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of her a little bit, but I think Jumpin' Jack Cole's got it good covered, dude.
Oh, he's a wizard. I hired Jack to do some copy editing for
Jack
Crypto
is good.
Codex,
Jack is good.
and he came up with some stuff that is definitely going to make that book better.
Good.
So I am super happy with his work. Wonky got all of his stuff. Everything is in layout now.
Bitchin'.
So this is why I'm being particularly nice to Liz Stewart at this point.
Well, that's good of you.
I do not wish her to light my table on fire at North Texas.
I don't want her to do that either. Why would she do that to you?
So I've got a question to keep this avalanche rolling on. Tell me about that art behind you there, Zach.
This is art from the Swords of Wizardry box that I believe is from the DM's guidebook. It's awesome.
That is good stuff. It's very clean. Who did that piece of art?
I think is that Ed Bickford or hold on, I can tell you. Well, this is before Casey put the artist actually in the piece of art. If he's out in the audience, I want to remind him that if you don't put the artist name in the file name, I can't tell you. Is he out there?
Oh, Casey? I
Yeah.
I don't know.
Darn.
So far, all I can see is Tristan, my wife, your wife, the troll. Yeah, mighty Ed Bickford is there.
Is that his?
Rom is there still.
No.
Man, you guys really have nothing else to do you? Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, we have a lot of great black and white art though lately, and I think the problem is that we have so many artists that it comes in like it flies in. I'm like, it's a great piece. We should highlight. And it's gone. It's already
Yeah.
It's already. It used to be when I get a piece, I could show this one off for weeks. But
Now
now,
there's so much.
and they're all good.
And it is Ed Bickford, so
See,
you guessed correctly. All right.
wasn't a guess. I was pretty damn close. I just didn't want to be wrong.
All right. So
Del Tickler did some stuff too, and it was really good. It's also black and white like that.
I'm gonna bring something up, and I'm gonna self shame us. My son is pointing out that there are only 13 viewers.
So
Yep, we don't care, but him and my daughter watch these YouTubers that have millions of viewers
yeah,
and millions of hits, and they are literally some of the stupidest people I have ever witnessed in my life.
get back on your lawn, Scooter Green.
And
Take your
and
cane out of the air and quit swinging
and
it.
I'm just saying, YouTuber Jake Paul has gotten very famous for boxing. He was at WrestleMania, all of this stuff. I'm going to get us some extra viewers because I'm going to fight that dude anytime. Even in my crippled state,
Well, dude, I don't want to have to go interview down at the,
I I
the
am I
Evergreen
am going out.
prison.
I am going out like the lich that I am. Oh,
Uh,
thank you, Catherine. I actually now have art that shows I am the butt trumpet of truth.
okay, and that note, butt trumpet of truth, I
It
think
is.
we're gonna call this one a show in the can, butt trumpet of truth.
Oh man, that is amazing. I feel vindicated.
I don't know if I feel vindicated, but I feel something, but maybe it's sick.
Yeah. Can you describe the nausea?
It's like the first time I met you, I kind of had the same kind of feeling. It's like,
I still vaguely remember the first time I saw you at North Texas. I saw you from across the room, like when
in a
people
booth.
fall in love at first sight, and I was
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
"Who
At
is
party
that
ways.
dude?"
Yeah, who's that dude with the crab miniatures?
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh man, I need these." And then I just ran around the whole hotel saying, "Zach Glazer gave me crabs."
You even said it on Facebook.
Yep.
I remember.
I am I
I
am
was very
not
proud.
I have no
Like,
filter
he's a
sometimes.
professional. I want to be like him.
Yeah, professional what? That is what you should have specified.
I didn't. That was my problem. I
Yeah.
made my wish. The genie said, "Here you go."
Yep. See what happens when you don't word your wishes correctly?
Exactly.
Oh,
All right, Scooter Green.
you've done a fine job there. All
Thank you.
right, we
You
can
too.
wrap it up a little bit early. Zach, anything you would like to leave the guests with? I think I have given them enough mental diarrhea on my side.
Well, I think so too. And using terms like butt trumpet and mountain diarrhea might explain why you have 13 viewers, Scooter Green.
But they're 13 viewers I'll always have.
Yeah. Maybe you should buy Eric Mona back. He made us look like good. We had like 300.
No, you know who that was? That was Rob Schwab.
Oh, yeah.
And if there is ever an example of going off the deep end,
Yeah.
that's Rob
Yeah.
Schwab. He's my
Oh,
personal hero.
yeah, he should be because he went off the deep end like on our show and then on Facebook the next week and then on Facebook again 2 weeks after that was way over.
He's just fantastic.
No, he's cool.
And hands down one of the most prolific and talented game designers
Yeah.
that is not one of the original game designers.
Yeah. No, he's
Guy's
awesome.
great.
All right, Scooty Green. Maybe someday I'll say that about you. Until then, see you
They
guys
will
later.
never say I will guarantee they will never say that about me. All right, thank you all. We'll catch you next week.